Hi, I hope everyone's doing wonderful. In this short video, I would like to discuss three subtle things that I like about the Japanese culture and three things that I don't. Now, before we get started, I would like to make a quick update. I think I would like to pursue an additional interest when it comes to making videos for this channel, and that would be making videos about subtle things or focusing on subtle things about Japan, be it culturally, linguistically, or even things that are related to hidden places or hidden gems or things to do in Japan. And without further ado, here are three subtle things that I like and three subtle things that I dislike. I'll start with the subtle things that I like. Number one, line culture. One social aspect that caught my attention regarding the Japanese culture is that Japanese people are generally very considerate. And part of them being considerate is that they respect line culture very much. So let's say that you are standing in line somewhere. You are almost never going to see somebody doing a cutsy, cutting through the line and getting in front of you. Let's hope Umbrella Corporation is not operating anywhere nearby. Now, that does not necessarily mean that you cannot offer your place in line to someone, be it an elderly person, a child, or a pregnant woman. It just means that almost no one's going to assume that they are more deserving of your place in line than you. This line culture extends to elevators as well. Like, for example, one thing you'd notice, especially in Tokyo, I can't speak for other places, is that if you are waiting for an elevator to come down or, to go up, and someone comes, not only do they stand behind you and let you get in the elevator first, but they also let you get out of the elevator first, assuming that you're going to the same floor. Interesting. I think they designed this somehow where there's this cross reflection, but I'm not sure where the light is coming from, to be honest. I've always liked cemeteries for some reason. They're just so peaceful. Number two, yielding. Now, this is one of the things that I truly appreciate. Like, if you're trying to cross the road, assuming that you're not jaywalking, you're just doing it from a proper crossing area, and assuming that there is no light, drivers would almost certainly yield and let you cross the road. So they'll give you priority. Now, don't take this for granted because not everyone follows this rule, but I would say over maybe 95% of the time, people do that. And I heard this is actually a law here. I even saw someone getting caught one time, like he was pulled over by a police car, and my Japanese friend told me that it is because they did not yield to the pedestrian. Now, while this can very well be a law, but it's also good to, it's always good, to see people following this. You know what? One of the things that I've always found difficult to find in a map are the "you are here" signs. I'm not sure why, but that's usually not that easy to find. Number three, vending machines. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like to drink a lot of fluids, and having access to vending machines is highly appreciated. And these guys are literally everywhere. There's also a photo booth here, which is interesting. I don't think these are very common, but you can actually get your photo taken. Impressive. Itadakimasu. By the way, I think some people consider it not very polite to drink something while you're walking, or especially to eat something. But I've been seeing more and more people doing that, especially young guys. And to me, I think as long as it's legal, of course, which I think it is, and also as long as it's a drink, so you're not, you're not gonna scatter any particles or anything like that, then and if you happen to spill something, please clean up after yourself. I think some people tend to notice wrongdoings more when they are committed by foreigners. On to the 3 subtle things that I do not like very much. Number 1, it's increasingly difficult to find trash cans. One thing that you'll notice here in Japan is that it can be very challenging to find public trash cans. Even in public bathrooms, which used to be one of the places that you can find a trash can, it's getting increasingly more difficult to find one. It's the statue of the things that happen here. Okay, I don't know what this is. Fortunately, many vending machines, especially the ones that belong to Coca-Cola for some reason, still have trash cans where you can put your cans and bottles. This reminds me of that school from Disaster Report 4. I don't know if any of you guys have played this game. Speaking of which, let's see, bottles, and see, it says kan. But I think these are connected from the inside. I don't think I've ever seen them being separated, so I think they just collect these together. Anyway, bye can. Mission accomplished. I'm trying to be quiet when I'm in residential areas because Japanese people love peace and quiet. And that brings us to number 2. It can be very challenging to find a place to have a conversation. And especially if you are American, because I don't know if you guys notice that, but Americans are generally loud, or I should say much louder than Japanese. Like for example, at the hotel where I'm staying, the walls are so thin, and I heard that this is like pretty much everywhere here. So when I have business meetings with my clients, I usually might have to go places McDonald's because they have free Wi-Fi, and I just order like breakfast or something and get to my meetings. However, I'll tell you about one incident that happened with me today. So I went to one McDonald's and I went to the 2nd floor, and I just sat there. I ordered my breakfast and everything, and I had a meeting. And just like right after I started, by the way, there is some like loud music playing, like the McDonald's themselves were playing, and there are also some people sleeping there for some reason. Some of them had like suitcases and all of that. But so I was talking kind of like how I'm talking to you right now, and the next thing I know, some customer service person approached me telling me to be quiet. Now, I could be projecting here, but I've noticed that Japanese customer service people are much more likely to share their criticism with foreigners than with Japanese people. It's like if a Japanese person and a foreigner are doing the exact same thing, the customer service person or the person in charge might ask the foreigner not to do it, but they wouldn't dare to ask the Japanese to do the same thing. Come to think of it, maybe that's why there's low fertility rate in this country. Number 3, fluctuating customer service. Japan is known for high quality customer service. However, one thing I've noticed is that this quality can fluctuate based on the situation that you're in and also based on who you are with. Remember when I shared in the last video that I bought a couple of suits and I also complimented the level of customer service that I've got, which was like 10 out of 10. Well, long story short, when I went back the next day to get my suits, that level of customer service, that 10, tragically dropped to somewhere around 4.5-ish. The treatment was completely different, and the customer service representative kept giving me like these subtle signs that they just want me out. For example, they asked me if I want to try my suits on, and I said yes. And after only trying one, the customer service person was trying to persuade me that they're all the same and that I don't need to try the other one. They also asked me if I want to try the shirt, the dress shirt that I bought. And when I said yes, they brought me another shirt that looked like it's been used. And they said that it's pretty much the same size and I can just try that one on. The difference, when I went the first time, my Japanese friend was with me. And when I went the second time, I was by myself. This wasn't the first time, by the way. I've noticed like 4 or 5 times that whenever I go somewhere with my Japanese friend, the customer service level is at like maybe 10 times better compared with when I go to the same place by myself. Another example is that I went to buy a backpack the other day and some shoes. And I found like a couple of items that I liked in one store. And I did not notice that one of the customer service people was actually watching me from the counter, and the other one was assisting like an elderly gentleman. Once she saw that I caught her, basically, she just walked to me. She did not say anything. So I asked her if it's okay for me to speak in English. I said, "Eigo wa daijoubu desu ka?" And as a response, she just motioned with her head, like, saying no. And in that same moment, she turned around to walk away. Now, as a response, I said, "Daijoubu desu." And then I pulled up my phone. I had a translation app, and I used it to kind of convey what I wanted to say. So I used my translation app to ask my question, and then a miracle happened. All of a sudden, the lady started to speak in English. She answered my questions. I looked at the item, and I just did not feel very welcome at that point, so I decided not to purchase. Well, when I gave it back to her, all she did was she put the items back and she just walked away from me without saying a word. Now, am I saying this happens with me all the time when I'm alone? No, it's actually like a hit or miss, like 50-50 chance. If you want to try to verify this in a fun little social experiment, try going to the same place. First time you can go by yourself, and the second time try to get some Japanese person, like a Japanese friend, to go with you after maybe even telling them, of course, letting them in, and see if you notice any difference in the customer service level. Found this interesting place which supposedly leads to Ueno Park. So this is how you get to Ueno Park. I wonder what this is. Is this part of Ueno Park or what? It looks kind of private. Can't read that. Authorized personnel only. Maybe this is where Umbrella Corporation operates. Speaking of which, I wonder if that Chainsaw Man is still there. I mean, seriously, if this does not scream Resident Evil, I don't know what does. I don't know. Maybe I'm just having so much fun playing Requiem right now. What is that? Grace, are you here? And that would be all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. Ooh, it's Tokyo Skytree.